Idiot. Cast. Idiot. Cast. Idiot. Cast. Idiot. Idiot. Cast.
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Keith.
What you doing?
I'm sitting with you.
What are we looking at today?
Me?
What
I'm
are you-
looking at you.
And I'm looking at you.
So what is this? What are we doing?
So this is our second video, the tutorial for Unreal Engine 4. First time we looked at UI. Now we're going to look at
UI.
viewport navigation. Sorry, I thought we were going to do this together.
No.
All right.
So we learned a lot last time.
Yes,
What
we
do you
did.
remember from last time?
Last time I remember that there was a field of view in the middle that showed us what was going on. And on the left-hand side, it had all of our assets. On the right-hand side, it had the attributes of those assets in the top. On the lower left-hand side, I believe...
top right was not the attributes. Top right was the hierarchy, remember? The parent and
Hierarchy.
child?
Okay.
Yeah.
Attributes was on the lower left then.
That's not right. It's the bottom right.
Bottom right. I remember there were attributes.
Yes.
And the
material editor.
The material editor.
Do you remember chairs?
I do. Space age chairs, shiny chairs, beautiful chairs. And I remember us talking
I hope to have
about
chairs like that one day.
a giant ball because he showed us a giant, what it ended up being a Unreal Engine trophy, but we thought it was a ball. It was beautiful. All right, so let's get started.
Let's start this one. We've gone too far. So viewport navigation. Hey.
Hey.
It's the chairs.
Hey.
Did he say this week?
I
Did it take him a week to make this video? Yeah, it took us a week to make the video, watching the video.
Yes.
All right. That's one for you, Unreal Engine.
I have a prediction. He's going to use a mouse. Oh. Oh. Wait, with a mouse?
That is not how I drive. Drive right over this table.
Okay. Yes, you turn the steering.
That is
wheel.
not like a car.
Press on the gas, you go forward.
You don't use one thing to go forward, backwards, and turn.
It's all right.
I'm not going to re-record it. I'm already 40 seconds in. I think that's also both buttons. Right.
Ooh, good one.
Welcome back to 1999.
I like how everything is static.
1998.
So that's mouse navigation. Now, while you're moving, it's good to know that you can change.
It is nice that they have like this blue sky.
I like that it
It's
moves
moving.
the clouds. As if you could never edit a level if you didn't know the actual cloud conditions.
You have to move the mouse a whole lot farther across your
Oh.
path to take
Oh,
the
neat.
motion out of it. But if you need really
What was that?
precise control,
You can change the speed
Oh,
of the
okay.
camera. So like you have to move your mouse all over the place just to make it move a little bit.
Good. For
Precise
fine.
control.
Oh. Yeah, it does. It's not a very big room.
No. It's an intimate meeting.
Yeah.
now there's another way
With no way to get there.
that we'll talk about. Actually, the next topic is the second mode of controlling your viewports,
Ooh.
which is your WASD key.
Nice.
It's like flying around in a first-person shooter, or
You
I
don't
guess moving around.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
like
fly.
he did say moving, I guess. He
Alright,
corrected himself.
good.
He is self-aware.
Just like Descent.
You can use W, A, S, and D to move around. So W moves you forward,
S is back. Huh?
A strafes left.
What is that thing up there floating in the
It's
sky?
probably either a light or
Of course, most
an
folks
actor or something. You know, it's one of those things.
are used to W, A, S, and D. However, there's some others. So E is going to lift you straight up into the air. Remember, it's kind of like E, like elevator. Q is the opposite.
Like Quellevator. Like it's quelling you.
Q goes up, Q goes down. There's a couple of extra ones as well. So the C key, C is in Charlie, is going to
Oh, nice.
zoom the camera in. That's different than dollying. That's actually changing the FOV of the camera so you can zoom in on a surface. And C is going to zoom you back out.
Oh, whoa. Why is it distorting the field?
Well, that's like 180 degrees.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, like a camera. This guy is explaining things.
Back
He's got a checklist.
If you really want to check out a texture from a distance, or if you're kind of far from something, so I can take a look at this tile material, and just zoom right up on its surface, and as soon as I release, we snap back to
Oh,
it.
nice.
Alright.
That is actually.
So far we talked about two different
Autosave in 7 seconds.
mouse navigation.
That's
We
cool.
talked about WASD navigation. The third is Maya style navigation. It's going to be right at home for those folks who have used
Does it
Maya
autosave?
in the past.
Yeah.
So it starts with Alt key. You're going to be holding down Alt key for this. So Alt and left mouse is going to
Rotate around the
roll
axis.
you around. However, as soon as you do this, you're probably going to find that you want to be able to control the tumble's pivot. I got kind of
Why?
lucky on mine. It's actually tumbling from a pretty nice location.
Wait, what?
But to change the
Like where the
Oh,
center
where the
is.
center focal point is? Or, yeah.
F key. F is in Frank or Foxtrot.
Focus.
Good. He's got some military language on it here. I like this.
Up on that object. So now when you hold down Alt, hold down Alt and drag with a lead button.
I get one take for this.
That's it. I'm out. What's this smokiness in the middle?
I think it's like a glass sculpture.
Mouse is going to dolly the camera toward or away from your
Looks like,
object, depending on which way you move the mouse. And Alt middle mouse is going to
No, I'm saying the statue. The statue.
I know. I don't know what you think it looks like.
It looks
A
like this-
novelty shop.
No, in from Dead Space they had like their
Oh,
unitology. They had
that's
like those.
The shards or whatever those things were.
No,
Those
there was
red
like.
things.
Were they red? No, I'm
Those,
thinking.
remember the giant like obelisk and you had to fight
Yes,
the
yeah.
snake? I don't remember. How does that game go?
Snake.
Well, what's at the end? You fight a big monster and he's like,
Big necromorph.
is that what it was?
I don't remember.
Snake remorph.
It was, but I think that was the sort of like the symbol of the unitology.
Hmm.
fly around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will mention this about
But it's 'cause- oh, the markers. Remember?
Yes, markers.
They like the
That's
markers.
what it was. Oh, they liked him.
And I thought for a while they were talking about Sharpies because it looks like a Sharpie tip.
Nice.
They must have thought of that, right?
I'm holding down right mouse right now. And watch as I hold down S to fly away.
Oh.
I'm going to roll up with the mouse
Oh,
wheel. and
there's a
start
control.
accelerating, going faster and
Whoa.
faster. So now we're moving very,
There's just controllers in this space. There's things hanging in midair.
Well, I bet you the controller is where the player begins. I don't really know, but
So just remember
I like that the controller icon has no right stick.
flying around.
It's like a weird third-party Super Nintendo controller.
Quick tip though.
The best way to play in Real Engine 4.
Like a multiplier of what your current camera speed is. So just as kind of an example, if I set camera speed up to 8, I am flying around really fast.
Yeah, you are.
The objects in the distance just
Oh,
kind of
there
blast
are no
away.
objects in the
But
distance.
I can then roll down with the mouse wheel.
Uh-huh.
And as
So
far
you
as
really
we
need a
go,
mouse
we're
wheel.
still moving really, really quick, but we're slower than
You don't want to use the wedge for this.
what
No.
mouse wheel is doing is kind of offsetting whatever your current camera speed was. Also, about using the mouse wheel to adjust that speed,
Hmm?
the mouse navigation where you're just dragging with the like left mouse, for instance, does not respect the changes with just rolling the mouse wheel. That is strictly
Disrespectful.
The final navigation method we talked about was the Maya style method, and that's with the Alt key. So
Wonder why
Alt
Maya.
and left mouse to tumble,
What's the
and right mouse to dolly around, and then Alt middle mouse.
3D software? Like 3D modeling software?
Oh, okay.
One of the industry standards.
I do not know anything about it.
Is going to wrap
Now I
up
do.
this video. Thank you
I need all I need to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, a lot of zooming.
So we know how to control now in 3 different methods. I think we're gonna
The
go with
viewport.
the third mouse wheel. That's the.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just rolling.
Orthographic
We're just rolling
views.
right in, huh?
Oh yeah,
Hello and
I made a playlist.
Okay. Are we gonna cut this later? Or?
No.
orthographic
Wow.
It's one.
within Unreal.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
You got it. No.
Yes, there's too many of these.
It's okay. It's okay.
But here inside my viewport,
They're only
Uh-huh.
4 minutes. We're not gonna do like.
The chairs are back, by the way.
Yeah.
see a little maximize, minimize.
They don't look as shiny as they did before.
That shows you the 4 view.
Uh huh.
This shows you 4 different views of your current scene.
Hence 4 of you.
One from the side, one from the front, and one from the top, as well as the perspective view, which we've been using up
Are those the clouds
now. All 3 of these other views
with the arrows saying like clouds go this way?
they have no
I'm sure they are.
kind of like
That is not how it used to be. You used to have to make a skybox.
no matter how far away something is, it's going to be the same size. Now that doesn't mean you can't zoom in and out of it. So right now I'm rolling the mouse wheel, and that zooms me
Yeah,
out.
it's pretty good. This is just like how it used to be.
Which is also, incidentally, the first way we're going to talk about navigating this guy. There's really only 2 controls you need with an orthographic view. You need to be able to
Zoom and
get
pan.
close to and far away from objects, and you need to be able to pan around, which you're going to do with the
You're like
right
a
mouse button.
precog.
Left mouse is going to
You knew somehow. Have you been watching these without me?
All right, so I noticed when he clicked on the chair, it like opened up that parent-child like attributes
top
like
right?
thing. Yeah.
Move the front view, notice that the top view is moving so that, in this case, like the chairs, stay aligned to one another.
And all the properties, the materials.
Right.
It's weird though, because the chair has many materials. It must be like a grouped object, right?
Remember he showed us the blueprint the other day? I think, or not. You called it the blueprint. He called it something else. But it was like the.
Oh no, it was the material editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are multiple materials on there. You know, like that one item, which is a chair, has like the silver and the linen, the cloth, or the leather, or whatever that stuff is.
He really is.
Uncomfortably close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I can see your wireframe.
Just because that's generally kind of a useful way to look at a level. Again, it's a lot like looking at a construction blueprint. However, you may need to change that, and while I don't want to get into a whole bunch of different view modes right now, you will see the view mode drop-down for all of these orthographic views is currently set to wireframe. You could, for instance, change that to something like unlit. If you wanted to see something like an unlit floor plan,
Oh, why would you want? I guess to see the objects.
if you actually want to see the shadow. But we'll talk a little bit more about view modes in a separate video. Now you can take any one of these orthographic views and make it full screen by hitting that same maximize button that we hit earlier. And now that makes that the primary view.
Seems pretty smooth. Pretty like this stuff. Seems like we would have figured this out real quick.
Perspective view for just a second.
That's a good sign though. You know, like
Yeah.
it seems user friendly.
To use the view if we don't want to. Let's say, for instance, if you just want to see a top view, you have an option here. You could minimize the perspective view and then just enlarge the top view. Of course, that's one way to do it. Another way, however, is that you'll see here in all of your viewports, you can choose the type of view you're looking at. You have access to perspective, and then all of the orthographic views are available here as well. So
Okay.
I can choose top or hit Alt-J, as you can see in the hotkey. And now we're just
So like super users are hotkeying all over this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Getting their APMs up.
I was just listening to something about Excel and how like there's some accountants that they'll like yell at you if you use a mouse because you
Right.
should just know all the hotkeys.
Yeah. They go home and play StarCraft.
you're trying to really be precise with how you snap together, say, the rooms of the building, then you'll probably find yourself reaching for the orthographic views a lot more often. But I find
Can't wait to
this
reach for those orthographic views.
prefer to use orthographics for certain types of placement.
Zoom in.
So that is going to wrap things up for this
Okay,
video.
great.
All right. So tutorial number 3 down.
Come at me, 4.
All right. Unreal Tournament? No. Unreal Engine 4?
4.
Getting tutorial 4. View modes and show flags.
What's the view mode?
Greetings and welcome. In this video, we are going to take a look
This
at
week.
some of the available view modes and show flags that are found within your viewport. We won't be going over each and every single one of them, frankly, because there's a whole lot of them. And you
Because I haven't prepared anything for this.
It's too many for you.
so that you can start experimenting and use them as you get more and more familiar with Unreal Editor. So, if you take a look in your viewport, you'll see a little menu that starts off with the name Lit, and that's actually your view mode menu.
Oh,
By
okay.
default, you get the Lit mode, which shows you the result of all of your materials and all of your lighting. It's by far the prettiest way to
It's the prettiest view.
Yeah.
But some of the other view modes that you may find yourself needing from time to time include Unlit, which just shows you the color information from your material.
Just amazing how like just without light. Yeah.
Also jump down and take a look at wireframe.
Shows you all like the
That's Tron.
This shows you
Like the background is so cool looking.
yeah.
That's like when Homer became 3D. Remember that?
No.
You ever see The Simpsons? You know who Homer is?
No. I mean the
alien?
alien in the
Oh,
attic.
right.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty good.
This shows you just the lighting, but also the result of any
So see how the whole chair is that color? So maybe that's why the material is just laid on top of it.
But this is just lighting.
we can change that. So
No, I think you're probably right. But then how do you assign that?
and we've got some
Although those are probably models,
materials here. Let's just grab
not.
well, I don't know. Let's grab the one at the bottom, Rock 8.
Rock 8.
Drop that in. Now it's going to take just a second to
Ooh.
process, and there we go. So there's no color information here, but we
Nope.
can see the result of the normal map.
Looks like rock though.
And if I switch that again,
Well, but it's gray rock. But now it has a texture. So that was just lighting information.
now, some
It's
of the
pretty
other
good though.
more
I
Yeah,
could see that for a cave.
Well, that's why it has all the layers.
use would be things like the reflections, which is going to show you the result of any reflections that you're seeing.
Whoa.
It's kind of a nice way to diagnose what reflections there are. Of course, there are some that we're not talking about, things like light complexity and shader complexity. We're not going to stress those at the moment. Now, that's a good look at some of the view modes. The purpose of the view modes is just a way to take a look at your scene from several different aspects, particularly for diagnosing certain problems. Now,
But if you do everything right the first time, you never have to worry about it.
I think we should do a challenge, and our first thing we make, we should construct it completely in like the gray view,
Yes.
and just see how it turns out.
Nice. Yeah. I
Like
think
apply the textures, but just try and remember what they are.
Oof.
Yeah, we need a
I'm
challenge.
just gonna do rock 8 for everything. My chairs will be rock
It's the
8.
meeting in the cave.
Oh.
I'm gonna hide here for a little while.
second to adjust. When we pulled it back out, it was probably really hard to see on the video, but it's kind of like an eye adaptation. So the scene will be, as you go from a dark area to a light area, the scene will be very, very bright, and then it'll kind of even back out. So
Oh.
It's like the pupil adjustment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it just does that automatically.
Yeah,
one lighting environment to the next.
It's amazing.
it's part of the engine, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Environments, particularly if you're building areas that are dark and areas that are light, it may be a good idea to temporarily turn that off or lock it at zero, so that you get a real sense of what that brightness is without things
Like
automatically
the absolute brightness,
Right.
more or less. Yeah.
pretty bright. But as soon as I turn exposure back onto automatic, there's a very subtle dimming that happens. I guess to really show it off, we could take our brightness, and here's super bright. So this is what the exposure would do if we were in a very dark
If you're on the sun,
and if we're in a very bright area, it can go all the way down.
it's like you put your sunglasses on.
Yeah.
The idea is, during gameplay, you'll leave this at automatic, and it'll automatically update as you move between dark and
That's
light areas.
definitely cool.
Now, moving
Yeah.
over from here, we have the show flags list. Now, this allows
tell
us
me
to
what they
show
are.
and hide a whole lot of things. And for the most part, this list is pretty self-explanatory. So you can turn on and off things like anti-aliasing or atmospheres, any BSP brushes, etc., and so forth.
That's
Binary space provider.
Thank you, because I don't know. It
I'm not
wasn't
sure if that's right.
self-proclaimed.
But that's the old back when you made levels for Quake or Quake 2, used to have to compile them, and it would take like half hour or 25 minutes or something,
Huh.
and it would compile it from whatever the editor you were using into a BSP. So that's how I know of that word. I'm sure it has much deeper modeling meaning than what I understand it to be, but to me it's like Quake 1 map
Right.
is it was .bsp. Yeah. And the neat thing about Unreal when the first one came out in '98 was that you didn't have to compile. When you built it in the editor, it was building the file, which is neat. And that's why one of the reasons, anyways, why this representation is so strong. Like that looks like the game because it really is the engine really running the level. Whereas in the Quake editor, I used called Death Matchmaker.
Yeah.
It was running a totally fake version of the level. That was like an approximate of what it would be when you later put it in the game, which is nuts. you
Yeah.
know?
So definitely keep an eye on that setting.
Whatever you just said, definitely keep an eye on that.
Dirty look.
Hopefully he was also talking about Death Matchmaker.
Just to give you an idea of the existence of those modes and generally what they're here for. Same with the show flags. But that's going to wrap things up for this video. Thanks.
All right, that was 4, right?
Yeah, I think I got one more.
All right. All right.
Placing objects. This is where it starts to get exciting.
Number 5. Tutorial.
Don't split this up later.
Video, we're going to start
Yeah.
taking a look
No, you're not splitting this
We're
up.
staggering this out.
No, stop it.
Staggered release.
No, but I want to do another 25 minutes next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Why would you then stagger them?
We
Just
have
put it out. It's
months of
25 minutes.
content.
No.
Content. Continents.
You had a good post today. So
You did. I want to read it. All right.
this is good content right here.
Oh.
You took the table away.
No, he took the controller away.
There's no table.
to this level.
That was brand new.
See how it plays off.
The rocks remain.
Yeah. Well, rock number 8 is solid. Like a rock.
Modes tab, you'll see that we are currently in placement.
Really, I want to know how to like make
You can
make a cube. It makes sense, but then how do you like really change that mesh?
but the purpose of this mode is to allow us to drag certain things directly into our scene. For example, we have things like BSP geometry. So I can take a cylinder and drag it in, and that's visible, but our camera was right in the middle of it, so I can navigate out. See that?
What?
It's pretty big. We don't
Oh.
I made a giant cylinder.
do that with all kinds of things. So we could bring in a box,
That's how the old one used to work too. In the
Now, if you don't see your move tool, which I'm going to talk more about actually moving objects in a future video, make sure
This is where you do the control, right?
so in the old editor, to make more rooms and stuff, you would carve out, I think. Meaning you would take this little square and then hit like subtract, and it would like carve away from the rest of the world as if you were digging a giant cave.
Which is a very Minecrafty kind of thing, right? Like that's
Well,
like,
Minecraft is building up mostly, right?
well, it,
I guess you dig in first, but you didn't just use a square. You could then change that shape, add points to it, make anything you want, and then you like go, and it like chews it out of the level. And then you can add too, so you could do both, add or subtract. And I imagine this will do that too, but I don't know.
So you can see I've got this static mesh matte preview mesh. I can just drag that in.
this is our ball. This is what we want.
See that it tries to automatically place on the floor, which is very, very handy. So if we remove that, I can bring in like a table, like so. We can navigate
Hey,
up to that.
it's a familiar table.
We can
If you had some chairs there.
Do you think that this is actually the first video he made, where he builds the table and chairs? It's like Memento.
Yeah.
And there you go. So placing objects is very quick. Now you can also right click
He didn't put the other chair though.
place the last selected item as well as some other objects as well. So here inside the context menu you'll see here's a static mesh chair. So if I fly over here to this corner, right click and choose place actor chair, it just drops one in. Or we can fly over here and go back to
Throw 'em
place
everywhere.
actor, and you can see there's the table that I added a moment ago.
It's like recent.
Add that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use that right mouse button to speed up placement if you know you're going to need to put several
You can
It'd
copies.
be great if
imagine
they
that.
just let you throw it. Like when they get VR, they better just let me like throw the chairs and then just land haphazardly.
I have to imagine if you were a person who codes and writes in this, this would be this is amazing. Like especially if you started at the beginning where you had to do all of the calculation, or you know you had
Oh,
to do
yeah.
all the stuff, and now you're like, oh yeah, I can just drop this thing in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't used to.
Because
snap to the floors.
somebody else is probably designing these objects, and then you're pulling the objects in and creating the level, right? I mean,
Like if you're a real level designer.
yeah.
Yeah. But then it makes what is an object versus what is the world. You know, like if you're doing making a space station and there's tubing, is it an object or is you making that out of the wall? You know, like it used to be that I would make most of that stuff out of the geometry of the walls and stuff. You know, and then apply textures to it. Maybe that's not the way it's done anymore. I have no idea.
See, the tabs are back.
Were they gone?
No, I'm just saying like it's like a subset. There's like another set of tabs.
So that's a look at adding actors into your level. Now, as the videos move forward, we'll take a look at the other types of things you can do, like move, rotate, scale, duplicate, that sort of thing.
That's all easy, I think.
I was gonna say, and duplicate. Didn't he just show recents? I mean, like that's kind of what that
Yeah,
was.
but there's probably like you can make a bunch of changes to it and then duplicate that version of it. I
All
bet.
right. All right. Are we
We'll
gonna
find
keep
out in
going?
a second. There's one more.
Moving
Moving
objects.
objects. This one's 7.5 minutes too.
Okay, I think we can make it.
Going to take a look at moving objects around in your scenes using the move tool.
Why is it such a weird shape at the bottom, like a pentagon?
I don't think it is. I think that's just the view. Like if he zooms out more, I think it's gonna be a square.
It's probably the weird perspective. You're probably right.
Yeah. It was the field of view was really wide, I think.
For most of you, the move tool will be available by default, and you can access it by tapping the W key. That brings it up if it's not up already, or by clicking on the little move tool icon located here inside your view.
And then there's rotate and stretch. I can see all the things.
Okay, good.
We have 7 minutes, so now watch him just show us. Oh no, he just did it. Good.
Jump right back to it. Now the way the move tool works is like this. You can drag any one of these axis arrows and move the object in that axis. You don't know which axis is which. You got a little helper in the lower left hand
How could you not know?
of your viewport.
No, if like you're turned all sideways maybe or something.
Gray on gray, so it might be hard to see. So I moved
That
my
is
mouse
cool.
in the lower left hand corner and you can see this little tiny widget. That is currently trying to help you out. That's really just going to get you started because at some point you may be in local move mode, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. The easy way to remember it is that X, Y, and Z, your three Cartesian axes, are equal to R, G, and B, or red, green, and blue. So X
That was nice.
Right.
drag on any one of
Thank
those
you.
arrows
Oh,
to
hey.
move the object in that axis.
Red, green, and blue.
Now you can also grab equal planes that exist in between any of these axes to
And do
move
both.
along that plane. So for instance, if I mouse over the one between Y and Z right here,
Uh-huh.
then I can move the object in 2 dimensions at once along the YZ plane. Alternatively, like if you have an object that you want to move around on the floor, which, by the way, time for a quick hotkey. If you tap the End key on your keyboard, you'll drop an object straight down to the floor.
Ooh.
Which is very, very useful. So if you
It's
wanna
N.
slide
Gravity.
down
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that makes-
Gravity's there. Darn it.
X
That makes
and
sense, though.
Y axes together and slide it around. Pretty cut and dry. Now, something important to point out is that sometimes, depending on the rotation of your object, you may not want to move that object in the world coordinate system. Now, what on earth do I mean when I say
We're going a different dimension.
chair was rotated onto its side? So we're not talking about the rotate tool right now, but if you want to follow along, you can tap the E key to invoke the rotate tool. And I'm just going to click on the red x-axis arc here, and we'll rotate this guy 90 degrees to the side.
Interesting how it snaps, though. You know, there were only like
Hmm.
10 different spots along that
Pull the chair back up.
curve. I wonder if you can undo like a grid snapping.
See how that works?
For all this stuff, it all seems to be moving at like a set unit.
Real quick, I'm going to rotate this back to about 45 degrees. It doesn't have to be exact.
I bet you if you like hold shift or something, or like
Right,
there's
right.
probably some other thing you can undo it with.
Fine-tune.
Yeah.
Getting the move tool back out with W. What if I want to move this chair up in its own kind of local up? So meaning this way over here where my cursor is kind of wiggling around the screen. Right now, if I try to move it in the Z-axis, you'll see that we just go up and down. This is where different coordinate systems play. So right
Okay.
now,
Cool.
we're using world.
So they're in global.
Take a look here in your viewport. You see a little tiny globe that represents world. You can click
Oh.
on that, and you'll switch over to objects.
Object.
And
Cool.
now moving up
Neat.
Z moves you in the chair's local
Such
Alright.
discrete control over everything, you know? Like they
Hmm.
don't.
reference coordinate system. Thank you very much.
It all seems like it fits together perfectly.
I have to
don't know.
imagine that this was like, like, what do you want out of this? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, we want it to be able to do this
Yep.
without like question.
And I don't remember that existing in the first version, but
Yeah.
that also, like, UE3 was so huge. I bet you a lot of this stuff came out of that.
Mhm.
Probably not all of it. I bet you a lot of this is 4, but I wouldn't be shocked if 3 was, like, because nobody used UE2. Or not nobody, but it wasn't huge
Mhm.
like 3 was. They probably got a lot of feedback on 3.
There he goes. Now what happens if you hit the N key when it was 45-degree angle? Just stands on a point.
Yeah, probably. Or does it move it to the center of the bottom of the chair, even, and so half of it's underground?
I think so. Because that's the way it was originally showed when he rotated it. It was underground.
Hmm.
That'll give us an additional 170 centimeters of forward motion because remember that by default, the way we are
Autosave.
calculating space in Unreal Engine by default is that 1 Unreal unit is 1 centimeter.
One Unreal unit. Nice.
Use your Unreal bucks to purchase the Unreal ruler.
And these will allow you to jump between an absolute position in
Clouds are intense.
world space or relative to a parent, which is
I wonder how much memory that takes of just
Yeah,
having the
moving those
clouds
clouds
rolling
while
around.
you edit it.
for those of you out there
It looks like at least 2 layers.
kind of familiar with transformers. Now, moving along from here,
It's kinda
we
nice.
have snaps or the snap grid for moving. So you'll see that we have this area that allows us to control our position grid snap value.
There you go.
Currently, this is set to 10. If I set this down
10 centimeters?
to say 100 and try to move my object, you'll see it
UE
jump
bucks.
Yeah.
where I can bring
You gotta wait a day, or you can spend 3 UE bucks.
barely feel it snap. If I set it all the way down to 1, then you won't even really feel the snap at all. It's just a very, very smooth
Huh.
motion. Now, if you need to do away with snaps, you can click right there on the
It's funny how
grid.
like the clouds do stop every time that you.
Yeah.
Orange means you are no longer snapping, and now you have completely free motion. Also, take a look here inside the details panel.
All kinds of decimals now.
Move by a decimal.
Yeah, don't do that, right? Basically.
Right.
So that is a quick
Unless you're doing nature or something, right?
objects around or changing their location.
But even then, a centimeter, eh.
We took a look at
Well, if you see a tear,
ways you can move
like, and you don't want the overlap or whatever it is, you might want to get into that.
If you click and drag on the little white dot in the
Ooh, get everything.
move on all 3 axes at the same time, perpendicular to the camera. But the reason I didn't mention it right off the gate is that
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot, and you just want to try this.
Screw around, do whatever you
can do
want. I
this.
don't care. It's free. What are you watching this for?
Now, how did he get to that? Was it the Alt key that gave up the rotation?
Maybe, but it's also a button up in the top middle.
Okay. It just
And
seemed like
it'll
he
tell
didn't.
you the. I don't think he did touch it. I think he used hotkeys.
Yeah.
But like, doesn't W? But W makes you walk, so that I'm not totally sure.
No, but
about.
he said W and E were like some of the hotkeys to like do that.
But WASD makes you walk. Remember?
Yeah,
Makes
but
you fly.
that's if you're
Just
in a
like every
different mode.
shooter.
You have to be in that mode. That's the
What mode are we in now?
Gaia mode.
No, that's Maya. No, that's holding Alt. Anyways, hovering over those will tell us anyways, though.
Yeah. All right. We got through six tutorials total. We're gonna break these up into 6 parts and show them to you over the next several.
I'll not be happy if you do that.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
All right. So, well, thank you very much for joining us. This has been the Idiot Cast. We were looking at some UE4 engine. Seems pretty okay so far.
What do you think? Do we get into it next time and skip tutorials? Like, do we
Um,
not do the next tutorial and then start messing with stuff?
I think it would be interesting to try that. I think it
Yeah.
would be interesting
Film
to fire it
visually,
up.
ask some questions.
Yeah, and then come back to it and see if we can answer it. I think putting in an object, putting down like some sort of like grid square, and then putting in an object and moving it around. I think we could do that.
We could definitely do that.
And-
We're gonna want to do more than that, and then we're gonna like fail, and this guy's gonna like bumble his way to telling
Right.
us what to do.
Yeah, I think that's what we do next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Until then.
This has been the Idiot Cast. I'm an idiot. He's an idiot. We're both idiots.
I'm not happy.
Why aren't you happy?
You made fun
No. What are you talking about?
of me.
Stop it. Goodbye.
Take out enough low end. Like pull it to the right or something.